Hello, everyone.
Woo! Hello, everybody.
What a night.
Coming at you live, 10:07 p.m. Eastern Time.
So much happening in our little noggins right now.
Oh my gosh.
But before we dive in, I guess we'll just do a quick introduction. My name is Kara, and with me I have my friend
Beth. Hello.
She has been so brave to stay up late and to record this with me.
Oh my gosh. There's nothing that you want to do more after the Bachelorette premiere than talk about the Bachelorette.
I know.
For hours.
I mean, I'm getting text messages. I can't reply to them right now.
Me too. I got several text messages as well just now.
I'm keeping these thoughts for you, Beth.
Yes. Nothing can be said until we discuss it here now.
Here and now in this place.
For the pod.
This is hallowed ground.
Yes.
We have our little cups of coffee. Just a little bit so we don't stay up late.
Yeah,
Too late.
You know, just a nice little Chemex coffee action from
Chemex
Kara.
moment. I know. You said I was fancy and I felt...
It's so fancy. It's fancier than any coffee that I make at home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Honored.
I mean, I just use my Ninja coffee maker. So,
hopefully my sips aren't too loud.
I know I want to drink it, but I know it's going to be hot. And I feel like I'm just going to slurp it up.
It's okay. Just slurp warning, everyone.
Slurp warning.
Well, what a night. This was Claire's first night as the Bachelorette.
Man.
And long awaited.
Yeah. Was it... Can I start by asking you a question?
Yeah.
Was it what you thought it would be?
I got the emotions from Claire that I expected to see. Because she just wears it on her sleeves.
Yes.
And, you know, I've said this before with, you know, obviously not on the podcast, but with other people, is before that side of Claire annoyed me, but now that I'm more older and more mature, I can appreciate it.
I think I get it because she is emotional and it could be annoying at times, but I think she's so consistently like that it's obviously sincere and part of who she is. So
I agree. I also think with the process that they're going through, it's probably best to just emote throughout the process than to hold it all in.
Yeah.
And have to deal with all those emotions later.
Yeah, that's very true.
We're all about healthy showing of emotions.
Yeah.
Healthy expression.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really glad, we talked about this briefly before, but I'm really glad that they moved things along, at least in comparison to previous seasons. Like, we got to do the limo entrances, like, much earlier. I remember with Colton's season, I think the whole first hour was just hype, and then we met the women.
Yeah, I didn't watch that season, but I do feel like it takes a good solid hour to get into everything.
Yeah. And
this was definitely not like that. Like you said, I'm pretty sure the limo entrances started at like 8:30. So
I was very happy with that, though.
Yeah, I was too.
I also think Colton's premiere was 3 hours.
Which is just unnecessary.
Like, I love hours of Bachelor content, but...
do they normally... Wait, there's so many things I want to talk about that I have written down about.
I'm not going through any order of this. Okay. We're just hopping around.
Do they normally... So, the promo or the episode starts where Chris has his monologue about how hard coronavirus is, which we can talk about that, a separate thing. But what I wanted to ask was, like, after he does his little monologue, they have a camera crew that's filming Claire FaceTiming Chris, and who's asking her to be the Bachelorette. Is that normal? Do they normally?
They started that with Hannah Brown's season.
Oh,
now,
okay.
This is what I want to say about that. They had a shot outside of the house that was clearly a hotel room. Did you not see the door? It had, like, the deadbolt lock on it.
Yeah,
it's like clearly not where she really was.
Why were they? And also, like, we know that's not her house. You're not going to show where she lives on national television.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
It was very movie-like, though, to kind of have the shot of the outside of the house and then go in. But that was not where she was.
Yeah, I was just like trying to remember if that's something that they did, because
they started that, to my memory, with Hannah Brown.
Yeah.
But like you were talking about with Chris Harrison, this is the most I think we've seen Chris Harrison on our screens.
That's so...
Out of any season.
He was prevalent.
He was like the lord of the coronavirus, like making sure that everything was safe.
There was so much funny stuff that he said in his opening monologue that I'm trying to remember what it was, but he was just... Oh, also I wanted to say that he somehow looks 10 years younger than he did. Oh my gosh. Like, did you notice that?
Maybe when he went into quarantine,
he
just recharged. He went to his lair.
His skin was maybe
glowing.
He had some work done or something.
Maybe Lauren Zima has hooked him up with some
skincare,
some like skincare, self-care,
some vitamin C brightening. Because
she's got to keep it picture perfect, also.
Yeah, she does.
She's on screen.
What's their age difference?
I don't think it's crazy. I think it's like, I mean, I think it's a good 10 years, but she's also in her 30s.
Yeah, it's not like she's like 20 and he's 40 or something.
Yeah.
How is he pushing 50? I don't know how old he is.
He's pushing 50. I think she's closer to 40.
Okay, so she's
but
like
they're both
Claire's
looking
age.
great. I mean, you can't even tell how old they are.
Whatever, Chris Harrison, when you listen to this podcast, whatever you are doing for your skincare routine, your hair care routine, the people need to know.
I gotta know. I got some eye bags that could use some real TLC.
He looks crazy. Like,
he looks
scary
well rested.
Yeah. Anyway,
something I also want to note before we dive into the men is I think we've been seeing this throughout the promos. We've also seen this when Claire was on Juan Pablo season. I don't know if this is the stylist's choice or just Claire's preference, but Claire loves a one-shoulder dress.
Yeah.
It's all throughout the promos.
You're so right.
And within this episode alone, she didn't wear one on night one, but within this episode alone, we see her wear 2 one-shoulder dresses. And I'm going to try to keep account this season of how many one-shoulder dresses we see from Claire.
That's a very astute observation, because I didn't notice that, but now that you're saying it, it's not even just like one shoulder, but it's a bunch of different alternative necklines.
Yes.
Like that's
probably a better way of putting it.
But one shoulder is a specific thing.
She looks great in a one shoulder.
Yeah,
I'm not shading.
She could wear whatever she wants.
Yes.
She looks awesome.
It's her time to shine. I'm not saying it's a bad choice.
At the end of the episode, the red dress that she's wearing, I was like,
"Ooh, va va boom.
Girl, you look good."
And I saw at least 2 other one shoulder dresses in the promos, but I'm not counting those towards my count till we see them.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
But the red dress was very va-va-voom.
She definitely has a specific vibe. Like,
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
She knows what she wants. She knows who she is.
Me too. She looks great.
She was looking great. Yes, we did say her bod is rocking.
She has a rocking bod.
We know it. We're here to celebrate.
Her skin also is great. I was actually noticing this, and this is no shade, but I just feel like when they were showing like the stuff from Juan Pablo's season, like the close-ups of the proposal,
her skin is better.
Yeah, her skin
now than it is then.
I think we can all relate. Like in the early or whatever mid 2000s that was, like everyone's caking on the makeup. No one understands the minimum. Like
this was 2014.
Yeah, like dewy.
The dewy look was not in yet,
and I just feel like it really.
I feel like matte was very in 2014, and some people overdid it.
Yeah.
No, her skin, you're right. She had like I mean, I'm sure she was wearing a good bit of makeup because of the television, but she had a very minimal eye makeup, I thought.
Yeah.
Looked great.
Yeah, she looks
sparkly eyes.
She looks really good.
So let's dive into, we have the...
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Are we talking about the guys now? Because
no, not the entrances. Just I want to get into.
I have so much stuff to say.
Chris Harrison being like the quarantine. That whole montage of like him delivering Claire's results. I was actually very disappointed that he didn't deliver every single contestant's results.
That part where she was just like, they did that clearly staged
She already knew.
montage too of her like sitting on the couch and then working out with weights.
Yes.
And then like that was so classic.
Did they not allow them to go outside at all? Because that's what they made it seem like.
Yeah.
They weren't even allowed to go outside.
And it was so funny when she was like,
Yeah.
I just really hope I'm positive or I'm not
Negative.
yeah. Or all of this will be ruined. And then he knocks on her door. And he's
And then
like,
she frolics.
yeah. Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. Okay, so with the whole like COVID test results thing, all the guys were obviously like, oh, we hope that we're negative, blah, blah, blah. But like you said, if they got one negative test, why are they then staying in their room? I don't understand that.
Maybe that was just the rule they made. I mean, I guess they were just like, the whole season is on the line. I guess we have to be especially careful, and they can't even.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were allowed at certain times to go outside.
There's no way that they just stayed inside. I don't think it was 14 days either. Like, I don't think they had to stay in there for 14 days.
Yeah, because this is a little off topic, but I know when Chris Harrison came back from sending his kid off to college.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was in quarantine for 7 days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's enough time to get like multiple COVID tests.
So I don't know what their quarantine period is, but yeah, that sounded awful.
That was so
I felt really bad for them. I mean, honestly, that's what they had to do to make this happen.
I didn't feel bad for them because I was dead when they were like, oh, this is just such a hard thing that we have to do, but it's worth it for love.
Yikes.
And I'm like, you are getting your travel paid. Well, even if you're not getting it paid,
you don't have to work.
You're going to go off, have an extended vacation at an empty resort, and all you have to do is get like 2 COVID tests and stay in your room for a little bit.
I bet they were like, it's so hard because I don't have my phone.
Okay.
Because if I couldn't play Diner Dash.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I did not think about that.
If I didn't have my food speed games, my multitasking games.
And you can't talk to your family, can you?
No.
So, like, I would just read,
In that aspect, I feel like it would be hard.
Yeah, that would suck. But, I mean, can they watch TV? Are they allowed to watch?
I don't know.
I bet they're allowed to watch movies.
I bet they have some movies.
But okay,
ABC movies only.
I didn't think about that because that whole montage, I was just.
I know I've shaded the staged vlogs in the past.
Yeah.
And they were still bad.
Yeah,
but
they were cringe.
Loved it. I loved it.
I love that they showed that one clip of that guy. I can't even remember who he was, but I'm pretty sure spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure he got sent home where they showed it like 10 times in the red shirt. He's like, let's get this started. Woo. They showed that clip in the promo.
Showed that so many times. That was, I think that was Mike.
Did he get sent?
He did go home. I was bummed about that.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny that they showed like the process of the testing happening.
Yeah, that was
obviously they didn't show it actually going into the nose.
I thought they were going to, and I was nervous, but I think it kind of made me never want to get a COVID test.
I know.
Ever.
But you should get them if you need to.
Yeah. Yes, get them if you need to.
Please. But yeah, I kind of loved, but also cringed very hard at the contestant quarantine vlogs.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked having that kind of, I guess it did break the fourth wall. I love a break the fourth wall moment where we get to see it behind the scenes, like what happens.
What's the most notable vlog that they...
the one I wrote down, I'm probably missing one, but it's a tie between the guy playing chess with himself or the meditation where he was meditating in like 6 different spots, like on top of the dresser.
You know that a producer came in and was like, okay, what can we do today to really spice up, like, let's show your routine.
Listen, all the vlogs suck right now. I need you to help me out.
And he's like, I'm going to meditate on top of this counter.
Well, he said he was used to like doing that from like army stuff.
Yeah, which that's really
Good
cool.
point.
I'm sure that mentally prepares you.
Man, I could use some of that. Not the army experience, but I could use some centering
Some
that he has.
Some meditation skills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
that
real.
was really funny.
What was your favorite?
Let's see if I'm trying to see, because I wrote down so many notes about everything. I don't know. The time lapse of the meditation.
Yes.
That definitely stuck out to me. I'm sure there's more.
Did you ever see the Pixar short growing up of the man playing chess with himself?
No.
He has like these big googly eyes.
What movie was it before?
I have no idea.
Oh.
It was definitely a 90s. It was like,
Oh.
I saw it on VHS.
Oh. I wonder what it was, because I don't remember it.
It's
Was
a really cute googly eyed man. I bet if you Google like Pixar short, googly eyed man, chess.
It'll
and he's
come up.
playing chess with himself in the park. It's absolutely adorable. It's so wholesome. That's
Okay.
what that was why it was one of my favorites. The quarantine vlog.
Who was the person that was doing that?
I think it was Wait. Let me see. I think it was Damar.
Damar. Okay, yeah, parachute guy. Yeah.
Parachute cycling guy. So yeah, I liked the cringe vlogs, but I guess we can get into the entrances now.
Yeah, they were really, you could tell. I mean, I think part of the reason, and we can talk about what we think is going to happen next, but I feel like part of the reason it was so quick was because they don't have any content. Like,
Yeah, because they couldn't really go out and shoot. Okay, wow, connecting dots. So you know how I was saying, oh, well, we didn't get to see a whole lot of the men before because they couldn't go to their hometowns to shoot
they
the
can't
footage
shoot
that they
the
usually.
promos.
Yeah, because they usually go to them.
Yeah.
That's why we had the quarantine vlogs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, Kara.
Full circle.
Yeah.
I feel really dumb that I just realized that. But also, before we get into entrances, I do want to touch base on did you catch the tidbit about Claire's dad's DVD that he made before he passed away?
Okay, yes. I was not familiar with that, but
yes. This came out. We've known about this DVD for 6 years. She talked about this on Juan Pablo's season. And she said how her dad was really sick. I can't remember what with. And he seemed like a really great guy from what she said. And he made a DVD for her husband, for her to-be husband, to watch one day.
Aw.
And then they also shared their father-daughter dance before he died, too.
Aww.
Before he passed away. Isn't that crazy?
That's,
How thoughtful.
I
need to be more thoughtful.
I honestly, you don't think they're gonna ever show that on live TV?
I hope they don't.
I hope they don't, because I will feel kind of yucky if they do.
Yeah. As nosy as I am,
yeah,
I feel like I would be violating a lot of things by watching it.
Yeah, and I guess it's her decision, but
well, here's the thing: Claire was engaged to Benoit from Winter Games for 1 month, but she said he hasn't. She said no one's seen it.
If she was engaged to Benoit for a whole month and didn't show that to him, she knew that was not going to work out.
Yeah, I bet she's probably waiting for there needs to be a wedding date.
Yeah.
Set.
Or maybe after you're sealed,
maybe.
You're locked in.
I would wait till after the I do's.
Yeah, I would too.
Anything can happen.
You never know.
You never know.
Clearly.
Claire, if you're listening, wait until after the I do's.
Can you imagine if she showed it to Juan Pablo?
There's no way in hell she did.
No, I know she didn't, but what if she had?
Oh, that makes me sick. The other thing I want to note before we go into entrances is Claire, if my memory serves me correctly, is the youngest of 6 girls.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She's all sisters, and her mom. I don't know her I don't know where she's from, but her mom. Her first language is Spanish.
Oh, I didn't know that
So
either.
Claire has.
Is she bilingual?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've heard both that she is and she isn't, but yeah, her mom's first language is Spanish.
I didn't know that.
So
that's really cool.
But if you go to Juan Pablo season, you can see some footage of her. She's really cute, and I hope that she
Yeah, I hope she's doing okay.
Hope she's doing okay.
I really felt for her when she was talking about her family, because I don't know, like, where does she live? Sacramento. So I'm sure quarantine was hard.
Yeah.
Like she was talking
about. When you're in a care facility, that's like one of the scariest places to be.
Aw.
Well, let's dive into the limo entrances.
Oh,
I literally LOL'd when I saw the limo because I was like, what do they do? Just do a lap and like pull up?
That's a good point. I mean, okay, confession, I knew that they were having the season at La Quinta.
Yeah.
But
Resort and spa.
Yeah, I truly thought that was the same thing as the Bachelor Mansion. So
they had very similar vibes.
So this whole time I was just picturing, I mean, obviously a big building, but like the Bachelor Mansion is one building with one pool or whatever. But the La Quinta Resort
and spa
is popping.
Expansive.
They showed the aerial shot. It's like,
I mean, they got to have date spots.
It's acres and acres.
Acres and acres.
So that was automatically, I thought, okay, this is more, like, I just thought they were literally all going to basically be in a house together. And it was.
I think they all have their own rooms.
Yeah, they're getting
better treatment.
Wait, that's a good point.
They always do bunk beds in the mansion.
Yeah, so there's less opportunities for drama. So they're going to have to really push people together.
Man, producers, I mean, I'm sure they're like, oh, we can work with that.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm like, man, I'd have my work cut out for me.
And I'm sure that's like a COVID thing, too, in case someone does get sick.
Yeah.
They've got to have them
separate. Make sure they are all quarantined.
So, all that to say, like, they probably could have just come in on a golf cart.
Man, that was a missed opportunity, in my opinion.
Why did no one do that?
I want a golf cart with, like, red flyer wagons linked together.
Yes. And they all get out at once.
Yes. And they all sit in their own wagon, watching each one enter.
Why didn't they do that?
I don't know.
Oh, but it did seem like, did you realize or notice at the beginning when the limos were coming up, maybe it was just the way they edited it, but it seemed like there was multiple people in the one limo.
There's always multiple people in one limo. Oh. There's always,
I did
They always show up in, So they're literally sitting in the limo. I don't know if they can see everything, like, with the windows.
But they can watch.
They can watch.
Oh my gosh, I did not realize that, because I noticed because they were driving up and they were, like, howling. Like,
woo! Clear! 1, 2, 3, clear!
It was very bro. And then some guy was like, the energy is electric.
Oh my gosh,
it's
so
just
much
like
emotions.
5 dudes in a limo. It's like at a deserted
I mean, if I was
resort.
squished with people too, I mean, the energy would either be electric or get me out of here.
I'm cramped. I thought that was so funny.
Also, I want to note that Claire says something very interesting, and I know I'm nitpicky with words.
No. Say it.
But Claire says, before anyone comes out of the limo, I can pick my husband out the moment I meet him. And I want to say this. If that is true, I would have married I would have married either
not the person that you married.
I would have married like my high school boyfriend.
Yeah. Okay, like I feel like we were talking about this earlier. Claire, that's just kind of how she is.
Yes.
And I love that
she
for
loves
her.
absolutes.
But that is just a very interesting way to be, and no shade, when you're not with someone, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how could you know that you could do that if you're not, you know what I'm,
yes.
do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yes. I admire it because I'm like, yes, get your guy.
Get after it, girl.
But then I'm also over here kind of like, man, her judgment must be way better than mine, because if that were me, I would have,
I don't know. I don't think I believe in love at first. Actually, I believe in love at first sight.
I totally do.
But I don't think that you can. I could never pick the person I was going to marry based on the first time I ever saw them.
Yes. As someone who, because I don't really show it like Claire does, but I do relate to Claire in that I feel for people very quickly.
Yeah.
Even if they're a bad person.
Yeah.
So that to me is like, warning, like,
right.
because she
like,
loves.
can you trust that?
Yes. because I feel like, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was very interesting as someone who nitpicks what people say.
Yeah, her confidence was...
I need some of that.
Which is good, but also kind of freaks me out a little bit. Because...
Well, I think she knows the consequences of it. I think she knows, like, I love big, and so that means sometimes I get hurt big.
Yeah, that's true.
But I respect it.
That's
I just wanted to take a note of that.
Yeah, good note, good note. Oh, wait, I wrote that same thing down. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I can pick my husband out the second I meet him.
Oh, that was so wild. Okay, so let's go through some of the entrances. We obviously can't go through all of them, but I do want to talk about the first one, Ben.
Ben.
The most monotone. He was like, I am so glad to be here. How are you doing?
Yeah. And then I think I mean, they all just blend together for me. Because I feel like even...
Yeah, they moved through them very quickly.
Yeah, even especially this time around, like, there wasn't as much to differentiate stuff. But I think at the end he said, "Are you ready?" Like, really, like, he was just like, "I am so excited, blah, blah, blah. Are you ready?" It's
yes.
like, ah! It was strange.
And then they took the deep breath together.
Oh, yeah, the deep breath. Yeah.
That happens almost every season, this unison deep breath.
Yeah.
And I used to really like it, and now I'm like, it's overdone.
Yeah, it feels like a cliche at this point.
Do it on your own.
Yeah. She can take her own deep breath. Thank you very much.
Speaking of doing the deep breath on your own, Chris, who was eliminated this evening, he was the landscape design salesman from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Wait, Chris?
Yeah.
When did he come in?
Later on, and he...
Oh, I see him, yeah.
He came out, and he did take a deep breath at the limo. Like, he stepped out, and I wrote down, that is the fakest deep breath I've ever seen. And also, they have zero chemistry.
I literally wrote bad hug chemistry. It was like he was trying to remain as far away from... His feet were, like, 4 feet apart from her feet, but then he leaned his whole body over to her, and it was like he was at a 90-degree angle hugging her.
Yikes!
And it was very uncomfortable.
Sauce.
That's so far down the list, though.
No, I just connected those two because of the deep breath. So give me another good one.
Okay. Let's see. Oh well, something that I have to ask generally is, why are there so many former pro football players on this show? There's like 5 of them, and that's what they list their occupation as.
I can't remember when that first started.
I think it
was Brad. I feel like Brad Womack. I can't remember for sure. I'm pretty sure he used to be a pro football player.
But like, what's your current job, dude? That's not a job.
I know. What do they do? Do you continue to, like? I know you make good money, I guess. I know you make good money as a pro football player, but like, you can only do that for so long.
Yeah.
It takes a toll on you.
Sure.
Not that I know from experience.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But like, yeah, whenever I see that, that's literally my thought is, what do they do now?
Well, I think it's like, do they do that because they want to be impressive and they want people to know they used to play football, but then it's not impressive because I don't know.
If I had to guess, which I feel like this is such a stereotype, but if I had to guess, they'd probably be doing something in fitness.
Yeah, well,
then we would have a ton of fitness instructors, because we have fitness instructors that weren't pro football players.
Yeah, the guy that made me think of that, I was looking, was Jason, and he was the one who came in pregnant.
Yes.
As like an homage to what Claire did on Juan Pablo season, which that was smart, you know.
Very smart.
You did your research.
She loves that.
Yeah, she likes, obviously, like all of us do, but I feel like especially a Claire thing is, oh, he's here for me. He knows about me and my history, blah, blah, blah. But he was one of the former pro football players. He
was, and a fun fact about Jason that I can't remember where I read it at was when he was a pro football player, he was a big guy, like big. And then when he lost a lot of weight after he ended football, I guess because he's such a big guy, he was like, I guess I'll get trimmed now. And he lost a ton of weight.
He was looking great.
So he did not look like he does presently when he was a football player.
I think that you sent that to me because I think I'm remembering.
He's unrecognizable, I feel like.
That was a good entrance.
I liked Jason. I don't think we would be pals, but I liked his energy.
Yeah.
I liked that he said, I just want to live outside. I know I'm jumping ahead, but
No.
I want to connect that. I liked that. I think he has positive vibes. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he seems like an Enneagram 7.
I love it.
Don't you think?
Yes.
I personally would never be with an Enneagram 7, but
we like having them around though.
What do you think Claire is?
I think Claire's a 4.
Okay. Yeah.
I think she's a 4 wing 3.
Okay.
Because if she
Definitely
was 5,
not a wing
then
5.
she would be a skeptical person. 4, I think 4 wing 3, or a 9 wing 8.
Okay. I feel like 4. I feel like she's a 4
Okay.
though.
I'm not an expert.
I'm a 4 wing 3 though, and we're really different.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I meet other people who are my number 6, and I'm like, weird. You cannot be one.
You are not the same as me.
You cannot also be a 6 because we don't get along.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you don't have to be the same. But I was just curious about that.
But love Jason. He says, I just want to live outside later on. And then he also says, when they meet, he says, I met the most beautiful girl I have met since my mother.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you wrote that down because
I hate it and love it at the same time.
I just feel like I get what he was going for.
Yes, that's how I love it, because I know what he was trying to do.
Yeah, but it just not gonna work for me.
Yeah.
That was just really...
I know what he was trying to say. As someone who has a hard time with words, sometimes I'm like, I know what you were trying.
Yeah, I feel like Claire could see past it. She's optimistic enough. But
She saw and found it endearing, I think.
Yeah. She was very, this is what I was noticing. She was very reciprocating to all of the men. You could definitely, she was getting her flirt on, and she was very warm, and I mean, they're all like that, but she was almost nurturing, maybe.
Yeah, I could see that. And also, I could see that just being so exhausting.
Yeah, I think so too. But it definitely felt like she was also trying to put her best foot forward. Yeah. She wasn't like, oh, all these guys are here for me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I could also see Claire doing the opposite and being like, when she doesn't feel it, just be like, you're out of here.
Yeah.
And she didn't do that tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah, she definitely, and I could see her making an effort with guys that she clearly didn't have any chemistry with.
Yeah, she was just being really nice.
I mean, her and AJ with the rings and him squeezing the hand.
Oh my gosh.
And him being like, you have green eyes. Only 2% of people have green eyes.
That could have worked for someone else.
It almost worked.
But because he murdered her finger... It did not work for him.
That is not a good reflection of what kind of lover you are.
I know. That's not good at all. He must have been really nervous.
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure my entrance would have probably looked like that.
I could not.
Bless him.
Bless you, AJ.
I'll bring up another entrance. I know I feel like we're just going to hop around because I don't remember the order. I want to talk about Jay. The fitness director from Fort Lauderdale. He wore the straight jacket.
Oh, okay. What do you have to say about him?
Okay. Maybe I'm just being a stick in the mud.
No, don't.
I absolutely hated that he did that. I don't like, we're in 2020. We don't need to be creating a narrative around mental health like that.
No, first that was dumb.
Did not like it.
It was dumb because of the reason that you just said. But it was also super dumb because it was just dumb. It was not.
He gave himself he literally took away any opportunity for him to touch her.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking at the rose ceremony later.
Yeah. Because
normally, they hug after they give the rose, and spoiler again, he did end up getting a rose. They cut it out, but I so badly wanted to see if she was gonna hug him, and he just
literally had to stand there.
Yeah, and it was so funny, throughout the night when
just getting a shot of him,
and there was all these really nicely dressed men, and he's just standing there
How sweaty were his hands? That's what I want to know.
He had to have been regretting his
the
life.
sweatiest.
And I bet that
How did he drink? How did he eat?
he didn't. He didn't.
You needed to make a friend real fast.
How did he pee? That's the other question.
I bet I could see the producers being so into that idea that
Yes.
they just fed him and helped him drink and helped him go to the bathroom.
And I bet that he thought, oh, I'll wear this for the entrance and then I'll take it off. And then the producers were like,
no, keep going. She loves it.
Yeah, she thinks it's so funny.
You're standing out.
Yeah. That was my favorite cringe entrance concept because even though, like you said, it is, it's just kind of inappropriate. But
let's not throw around. I don't like people throwing around the word crazy. Don't like that.
Well, what did he say? He said, what was his line?
He said, I got this. He said he was talking about quarantine and how he had, quote, gone a little crazy.
Yeah.
In poor taste.
Boo. Next.
Boo.
I give it 2 thumbs down. But
next.
also,
no, thank you. Next.
It was funny to see.
It was a little funny.
It was funny.
Still in poor taste.
Funny to see.
Like a lot of humor.
Yeah. Very true.
Okay, I want you to pick the next.
Okay, I want to talk about Kenny, the 39-year-old band manager.
Boy band manager.
Wait, I can't believe I missed that.
Boy band manager.
What is that? Why does it have to be that specific?
I hear, from what I've heard, I don't know if this is correct, from what I hear, he manages boy bands that do covers of like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, like boy band impersonator groups.
Oh, what an interesting profession.
Which we need. I mean, I wish we had the OGs, but
yeah,
I mean,
there's a place for that in this world.
That. What do you have to say about Kenny?
I feel like this is gonna be an unpopular opinion, but I liked Kenny.
Oh my god, it is. I don't agree.
I don't know why. I'm like getting embarrassed thinking.
You should be.
I thought that the dog shirt was
the
funny.
dog shirt was cool.
It was, and
that's the only cool thing.
Claire made it cringy when she was like, "Can I pet my dog?"
She just wanted to touch him.
Yeah, but okay, I guess
at least she asked.
I just thought it was funny, and from the promos later, it seems like he is in the drama, but not a part of the drama.
I think he's like a narrator,
and I can get with that personality. And he was also
You're turning me.
Kenny # Team Kenny. He was also 39, which
okay, I can get with that.
Even though he just seemed like kind of funny and more real to me, and I'm just not into the. I'm so excited to be here. This is such an amazing moment.
Deal.
Yeah, I'm just not into
you've
that.
sold me.
You heard it here first. Kenny, and honestly, like he said later at the rose ceremony, he said, I didn't get to talk to her, so I'm literally relying on my dog shirt. And guess what? It worked for him. Like, I don't know if he would have.
It really did work for him. What I'll say is, well, him and Claire obviously aren't going to work because they both speak their mind in such a way that they would just be arguing all the time, I think.
Yeah.
But I do like his sass.
Yeah, it's funny.
The dog shirt was cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I would ever hang out with him ever.
Yes, you would.
But I've been wrong before.
You would hang out with him. You don't have to date him.
I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
I wouldn't date him. No, I would not.
No, you would hang out with him, though.
I would give him a chance, okay? You sold me.
Yeah, he seems...
I guess anyone who would spend the money... Oh, man. Now I'm wondering, did the producers do that for him and just give it to him?
Yeah, did they print the dog shirt or did he do it?
Oh, I hope he did. I'm just going to tell myself that he did.
We need to ask him.
Okay, so I'll bring up another one. Bubble Boy.
Oh, yeah. What's his name again?
Ed. The one with the bad eyebrows and the bad hair.
Wait. Oh,
he had like the big...
Okay, I need to look him up because I kind of forgot what he looks like. I think he was wearing a blue suit, though. Wasn't he?
I believe so.
Okay.
He had really weird eyebrows, which I'm in that club.
Eyebrows are hard.
Eyebrows are difficult.
Especially for guys.
But the tip of the iceberg was that he expanded upon the Bubble Boy and did Bubble Boy bowling later.
Oh, yeah. That was
But I
cringe.
I don't think they had any chemistry, but he did get a rose.
Yeah, I'm still trying to even find who he is because
I don't
that's
think-
how little of an impression
I really
he made
think
on me.
he's going to be gone in the next week or two.
Yeah, there's not a
depending
lot
on
of
how
hope for
things
him.
go.
Okay, I was looking for Bubble Boy on this sheet of people and their pictures, and I passed Kenny, and his headshot's looking good. So I'm just gonna put that out there.
I will say this. This group of men is probably one of the better as far as looks go.
Yes.
Groups of men we've had.
Yeah.
And the pictures with the white background that we've seen online,
yeah.
those are the best headshots I've seen of any male cast, I think, ever on The Bachelorette.
You've definitely seen more than I have, but I would agree with you.
They need to stick to the white background.
Yeah, why do they do the weird
the
school
blue
picture day?
Yes, the school picture day background. It's gotta go. The white background is flat. It's been flattering. I mean, Brendan with that white background.
Let's go to Brendan. Let's check out Brendan.
I've said this so many times.
Oh wait, yeah, Brendan. Obviously, I know who you're talking about.
Brendan, who gave you the rights
to do that to us?
To be so handsome.
The curls, the smile.
I mean, we have similar taste, I think.
Yeah. He looks like James Franco plus
an angel.
Plus a gift from God.
And I love this little edge of nerdiness that he has.
He
with
definitely,
the bow tie.
yeah. And I would say he definitely looks, not like he looks worse on TV, but that his TV appearance and then this headshot bring out two different aspects
Yes,
of him.
I like a man with different sides.
Yeah,
multifaceted.
Me too. And so does Claire, apparently, because he's still there.
He is so cute.
Yeah, he's really cute.
I need more.
His blue eyes. I'm zooming in on the photo
oh my
right
gosh,
now. Wow.
I can't. And the bow tie. I mean, yeah, okay, we can't. Okay, we need to move on.
Also, his profession is commercial roofer.
I know.
Which I feel like is pretty...
I mean, that's on point for me.
Yeah.
Me being married to someone who
in
the roofing business.
Yeah. So
I clearly have a type.
You like professional roofing.
I need to curl Cam's hair and see what happens.
I think it's long enough that you could.
I think it would look really good.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
You should. No, I was gonna say. Okay, you should try that and let us know how it goes.
I will report back. Hopefully he'll let me. Let's see. What other entrances do we want to cover? We have Bennett from New York with the Rolls Royce and the scarf.
The Harvard man.
Oh, the H-bomb. Is that what he called it?
I wrote Harvard man, scarf man, Rolls Royce man.
And I think he loves that he's all three of those things.
Do you want to know something? Unpopular opinion.
Yes.
I like Bennett.
Okay.
I clearly have weird taste, but for some reason he's hilarious to me.
You know who he reminds me of though?
Who?
This is gonna ruin it.
Okay.
Did you ever see the old the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies?
Yes.
He reminds me of the Goblin.
Oh no.
Look at this.
Yes.
He reminds me of the Goblin.
Oh my gosh.
The Green Goblin.
His hairline coupled with his cheekbones and his
smile.
eyebrows.
Bennett, you've heard it here first, folks.
Green Goblin.
Bennett is the Green Goblin.
They do look similar, but I just thought he was really funny because
he has a brand.
Yeah, he's clearly playing into his stereotype. And the scarf was hilarious.
He's going to have a menswear line of scarves after this season.
Yeah, it was his scarf was bordering on being a pashmina.
Oh.
And so
I know what that is, but I don't know the difference between the two.
I mean, a pashmina is like a woman's shawl.
It's like a shawl.
Yeah, it looked like the same material. I don't know. I just thought it was really funny, especially because it was July when they filmed this.
Beth, like before with Kenny, you just have a way of selling the men that I abhor.
I just think I like the ones that are not the cheesy ones. Bennett was just that's funny to me. So, but maybe he's a jerk.
I'm at least on the fence about him now.
Yeah. Okay. Don't write him off.
I won't. I know. I go back and forth. It's my Aquarius. It's my Aquarius.
Yeah.
I can go back and forth about everything.
What makes me not go back and forth about things?
Wait, what's your rising?
It's Aries.
I could feel like that would be more of you set a very good argument for things.
Yeah, that
I'm
is
not
true.
an astrologer, but
I mean, that's literally my job.
yeah.
So
That is your job.
Yeah.
Wow.
is arguing.
Well, I don't feel like we're not arguing. I feel like you're just being very persuasive.
Yeah,
If I need a persuasive essay,
I did
hit you up.
I did excel at those in school. Wait, can we talk about Blake Moynes?
Blake Moynes. Okay, I want you to say what you want to say. But I initially wrote down for Blake Moynes, 0 chemistry.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just because I don't like guys like Blake Moynes. He's not my type whatsoever.
How would you describe him?
I would describe him as nice guy, kind of boring but attractive.
See, I didn't think he was cute.
But I don't think he's cute, but I'm saying like other people think he's attractive.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
Maybe like a safe option.
Maybe he feels safe, and that's why Claire likes him.
But he was also kind of cringe because he said, "I have something to tell you, but later." That was his.
Yeah, I would not play that game.
That was so dumb to me. I was just thinking, no, that's stupid.
When people do that, when there's no good reason for them to wait,
actually
wait, I'm like, we're done.
Yeah, I didn't like him.
I have no time for this.
I mean, I think Claire liked him based on stuff we see later.
Well, she liked him because he was willing to take a risk for her.
Which we can talk more about this.
Yeah.
Wait, do we want to talk about this now or later?
We can talk about it now.
I wrote down, like, is he taking a risk for her or does he just not know the rules?
Could be both.
I feel like he might just not have known that he wasn't supposed to DM her.
Also, maybe he just wanted to get ahead of the game.
Yeah, I don't think that was taking a risk as much as it was him trying to get his foot in the door.
Listen, Nick Viall, he wasn't a contestant, but Nick Viall did that for Caitlyn when Caitlyn was Bachelorette.
Yeah.
He was messaging her before her season, and I'm sure he wasn't thinking so far ahead. Maybe he was so far ahead to where he was like, I'm getting on the season and we're going to end up together.
Yeah.
But because he wasn't a contestant, it was technically allowed.
Well, it's also interesting that you bring that up because obviously, like, they were messaging back and forth right up till the beginning of her season. And then obviously later in this episode, we see some drama that has to do with a contestant allegedly messaging some girls before Claire's season.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, if the lead can do that and it's not frowned upon.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's kind of, it feels like a double standard, and I get it's about the lead, and I'm not saying it's good either way, but I just think it's kind of lame because you can do whatever you want before the season starts.
Yeah, that's true. No, yeah. There's arguments for both sides.
I think so too. I'm kind of playing devil's advocate, but
I like that.
Great.
I do that all the time, and I drive people crazy with it. Let's talk about, is there anyone else I want to talk about?
Oh, also, Yosef, is that how you say his name?
Yes, he brought the moon pies.
Yeah, the moon pies, where did he say he was from?
He's from Alabama, which makes sense that he would bring moon pies.
I didn't think that moon pies were from there, though. I thought they were from West Virginia.
I just thought they were Southern.
Yeah, I mean, they are that.
Listen, don't play moon pies off as just a cuisine.
Yeah.
You can get them at just about any grocery store, I'm pretty sure, across America.
Yeah, you definitely can.
I mean, at least, I'm not saying you're going to find them in Trader Joe's, but, go to a Kroger.
A Chevron.
What are some Western ones? Go to a H-E-B? Is that what they call them? Those are in Texas.
I went to, what was the grocery store I went to? QFC.
Oh, yes.
I bet they have them there.
I bet they have them.
Little Debbie makes them.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And then Easy says, who brought the Thin Mints?
Oh my gosh, wait, how do we skip over
And
Easy?
he was talking about how it was turning into a potluck. I loved it.
Yes, wait, I want to talk about Easy for several reasons. One, because, okay, so he also said that he was a former professional football player, but his occupation said sports marketing agent.
He's moved on.
So I had more respect for him because he still got it in there to get the clout, but he has a real job now.
Okay. I was short-sighted by saying they become fitness people. I feel like there is a large amount that probably also do sports marketing.
Yeah, well, and you could do like sports analysis or broadcasting and that type of world. I mean, for some, like if you want to be on TV, you probably have to be more of a bigger deal, but I'm sure you could get into the back end of it.
Man.
And the research part of it. Yeah, but
yeah, I mean his entrance, honestly, okay, he did the entrance where he jumped through that sign.
I have so many things to say about this. Yes.
Because I felt like everything he did after that was more important than the actual jumping.
Well, okay. I loved his energy. I thought it was hilarious jumping through the sign. And he did finger guns.
Yes, that's what I wrote down. Finger guns.
Was hilarious. But the thing that I was pointing out to myself while watching this was later he makes a comment about, I can't remember who it was, but he said they're doing all this funny stuff, blah, blah, blah. But they're not ready to be serious. They're not ready to propose. Oh. And I'm just thinking, you just jumped through a huge banner and did finger guns within like 5 seconds.
Here's my interpretation of that. Easy is a passionate guy.
Yeah.
That means he's probably funny up front. And that's how he shows his passion, his excitement.
Yeah.
I could see him being, this is a PG-13 moment, a passionate lover.
That's not PG-13.
He has very strong emotions. And I think that...
So go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I think him and Claire would go well in that way.
Yeah, they have good chemistry. And I really like him. I think he's really cool. And I think he's really attractive, too. I just thought that was weird that he said that. Because it just felt a little bit like...
I will say this. I was a little disappointed by their conversation later because, and I don't know if this was editing, but when Claire brought up that her mom had dementia and Alzheimer's, he was like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
He just said, okay. I wondered if he was really listening there.
Maybe it was the editing, but
Yeah, I don't know. I'm eager. I mean, it's only the first episode, but I'm eager to see if his passion will translate to deeper conversation.
Yeah, I think there's probably a lot underneath there.
Oh, there is.
Because didn't he share something about... No, he didn't share anything very personal.
Yeah, well, Dale shared that his sister had.
Okay, yeah. Dale did, yeah.
Should we talk about Dale?
Well, first I feel like...
Or should we just save... Are there any other entrances we want to talk about?
Well, that's what I was thinking. I feel like we have to mention Zach J.
Zach J. What did he do? The farting ring box. I hated it.
Weird.
You can ask anyone. I'm not even that person who hates fart jokes.
Oh, I do.
I know you do.
Yeah.
But as someone who doesn't mind them and does giggle at them, hated this.
It was
bad.
Not good.
That is... I don't even know when there's a good time to do the farting ring box.
I did not like it, and...
I don't think Claire liked it either.
I was going to say...
I don't see her as a fart joke gal.
No, I think she was just being nice. It was kind of hard to tell what she was into and not sometimes, because I feel like she was pretty good at...
Yeah, she was trying. She was making an effort.
Yeah, she really was. But that was just... I'm just going to have to say no to that one.
Yeah. No, I agree. As someone who grew up with many a fart joke in the fam.
That one didn't land.
I really even think my dad, who is a closeted viewer.
Not anymore.
Well, not anymore. I think he also would probably think that was in poor taste. Just the timing. It was the comedic timing. There was none.
Yeah, it was just like, here I am. Boom.
Yes.
Fart ring.
Okay, before we talk about Dale, I do want to mention one more person just
Okay.
very briefly because I think he's adorable.
Okay.
Joe, the anesthesiologist, the origami artist.
Oh yeah.
Where he says I came to save your life, your love life.
That was cute.
He seems like a class act.
Yeah, and I bet he made all those origami
He did.
things, right? Yeah.
That's what Claire said.
They were really cute.
Very talented.
And that's a good activity for when you're in your hotel room quarantining.
He's smart. He's an anesthesiologist and he has a creative side.
I mean, it's not going to work out between them. I'll say that right now.
Yeah.
But he's really cute.
Okay. Keep an eye on him though.
Joe,
I appreciate you.
and wait, okay, I'm really sorry, but I feel like we should just at least mention that there is someone on the show whose name is Chasen. And that is like
I put Chasen with the chainmail.
Chasen seems nice. And he's obviously
The
attractive
end.
and he knows it. But his name is Chasen. And I just know how his whole life has been already. You know what I'm saying?
So many puns.
I know everything about him.
Yes, you do, Beth. I believe you.
Do you feel like Chasen should be with Hannah Ann?
My breath is gone.
Like, do you feel like they would? I feel like they would just.
They're already together. I already know. Because the filming's ended. They're together.
If they don't get together, then there's no perfect
Well,
couples in this world.
I'm glad we're reporting this because we'll have record of knowing that this happened.
On October 13th, 2020.
We declared it, or Beth declared it, rather.
I do declare.
Okay, can we talk
Yeah,
about?
we
I know
can-
there's other entrances, but we didn't get
I
to.
just,
But
I just wanted to say that about
we
Chasen.
gotta talk about Dale. Dale comes out. They saved him for last. Well, no, they didn't. He was in the
No,
middle.
there was
'cause
other. There were.
I
others.
thought it was the last at first, though.
Yeah, there were others after him, and Claire said, "Do I have to meet everyone?" Not really.
So Dale is not what I expected. I was expecting, because he's just so buff, I was expecting a more masculine energy, and by falling into that stereotype, I've set myself up for failure. But he had his energy was, I really dug it.
Yeah. Okay. This is what is scaring me because when Dale came out, I said, "Yes, Dale." Get it, Dale? Like,
So classy.
yeah, he was classy. He had a winning smile. He was
And
clean shaven,
so
which I'm
considerate.
so considerate and nice, and just seems also like Claire really wants someone who's sensitive and open. And I think
so open.
yeah, and I feel like you said something about masculine energy.
Yeah.
And I feel like actually that's the sensitive and open, that's more of like a feminine
That's
energy.
what I'm saying. I was wrong because there was not to say he had a more feminine energy, but I think he had a well balance.
Yeah, it was really
Wonder
well
if he's
balanced.
a Libra,
Oh.
like you, Beth.
Wait, can we figure out his birthday? I thought
I need to find. I'm digging to find birthdays.
I thought that there was somewhere that had their birthday.
I'm gonna have to go. Well, all their Instagrams are on private right now, so finding birthdays is harder. But I'm gonna find.
Okay.
We're gonna find it out.
Why do they always put them on private?
They weren't on private early, like months ago when they first released the list. But I didn't think to look up birthdays then
But filming is done, so why
Yeah.
would they need to be on private?
because they can't have spoilers
Oh.
because it's airing. But or Dale could be a Libra or Pisces.
I don't really know anything about like ones that aren't the ones that I am.
Yeah, I understand.
But I will
Or
trust you.
Cancer.
I do know about Cancer. Wait, Dale's not on this spreadsheet that you sent me. Oh
He's
wait,
on
yes
mine.
he is. He's
Um,
wearing a sweater.
Yeah, that's why I think he looked even bulkier with the sweater,
Yeah.
which made me think he was going to have this masculine energy. But yeah, very classy, very well balanced, winning smile.
Yeah, so good.
Wow.
I will say his profession is former pro football receiver.
We need to know what he's doing now.
Dale? How do you spend your days?
I think I heard somewhere that he does like modeling.
Okay. Well, I believe that.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Just say that then.
Just say that. Okay, this is what I mentioned to you briefly earlier. I did want to get into it because I wanted to save it for this.
Okay.
But when he leaves, You can't see my face. I'm very frustrated. The first thing that Claire says is, I knew it. What? That is such a Pandora's box to me.
Yeah.
Does that mean they talked before? Because we've heard rumors.
Wait, what are the rumors?
There are rumors that they talked before.
Oh. But later in the episode, she says to Blake.
I know. So is she going to be caught in this web of lies that, like, they talked before?
Yeah, because she said, I knew it. Like, oh, yeah, I knew it was going to be him.
Now, the simple answer is she could say, I knew it. I knew I was going to meet my husband.
Which is still a crazy thing to say.
I mean...
Okay, not crazy. Sorry. It's still... it's still shocking.
Yes. But yeah, I just thought that phrase, I literally was like, what is the root? I want to get in her little noggin. And
Claire, what did you mean by that?
And of course, I mean, to me, it seemed the whole Chris Harrison coming out thing, it seemed incredibly staged. And it made me feel like, and I've heard rumors of this a couple places, I've heard rumors that the entire Dale thing was masterminded by production.
What does that mean, the entire Dale thing?
Like, they allowed them to talk before, and then they allowed them to have this relationship before.
Like, do you think they would do something like reach out to Dale and say, she's probably going to be super into you, you need to reach out to her, and then...
I mean...
But how would they be that smart?
I feel like they are much smarter than we give them credit for.
They're...
I know it's very far-fetched, but it seems so staged to me, the whole Chris Harrison coming out thing.
Yeah, it really did seem staged, like they were really setting it up. And how could they be setting it up from the first night if there wasn't something else going on?
Because he's never done that after, like for example, when Cassie gave Colton the butterfly and he, like, kept the butterfly in his jacket, like, Chris didn't come out and be like, that was really impactful.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, she did say, I feel like I just met my husband.
Yeah, she said, yeah, I mean.
So, and then he came out after that. So, I mean, maybe they wanted to do it just in case she ended up being right.
Maybe.
So then they could.
They could always toss that footage later. They could have tossed it if it didn't work out. But there are a lot of rumors going around about that. You know, I can't confirm nor deny. I feel like I've done a really good job staying away from spoilers aside from what the masses know right now. So the entrances are done. And
I feel like we immediately go into Dale time, don't we?
We go into Zach J pulls her aside.
Oh, yeah.
ABC, hear me. When a person pulls the Bachelorette this early in the season, we still need the name to pop up on the screen.
Yeah, that was so confusing.
I had to do some searching to figure out who the heck he was.
I didn't know who he was.
I'm pretty sure it was Zach J, the Fart Bucks guy.
I think you're right because of the suit. That's the only thing that I could hold on to.
So I didn't even get much of their conversation because I was just trying to figure out who the heck he was.
I think wasn't he just like, oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, it was probably
And
boring.
then that's when he said the thing about going outside? Or no, that was someone else. That was the pregnant guy.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Easy came up after that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that was a pretty normal conversation about not holding anything back, you know, experiencing the journey.
Classic.
Then we have Dale. I want to say this about their conversation. Dale says to her, I'm probably just digging. He says, how is your mom? As if he knows already about her mom.
That's suspicious, Kara. I did not pick up on that.
He said, how is your mom?
Do you think it was editing?
How is she doing? It probably was editing.
But he also said, she's been in my thoughts and prayers.
I know. This is driving me crazy.
So was he just following her on Insta and that's how he knows?
That's fair. That's very fair. Because Claire is, not that she, like, I don't think she, you know, advertises it by any means, but it's pretty much common knowledge that her mom
Yeah. Well, yeah, and like I knew her dad had passed away and stuff too. I feel like it's a part of her story.
Yes.
So,
yeah, that's very true. So that's good point, Beth.
But it is, I mean,
but it's very suspicious.
It was a little
suspicious.
bit when he said, "Oh yeah, she's been in my thoughts and prayers." I didn't necessarily think, "Oh, suspicious," but I just thought, really?
Yeah.
But that's just me being cynical.
I don't know. I just want to know. And then he talks about his sister having underlying issues as well. He didn't say what. That's not our business.
No.
But she says, "You get it."
I just said,
She shook her head. Said, "You get
I
it."
just said, wow, she is really into him, because
So into him.
He didn't even say anything except for, "Oh yeah, my sister has underlying conditions. I haven't been able to see her as much." You get it. Like, whoa.
I mean, I can't blame her for being as into him as she is. He's adorable.
Yeah. I
mean, it's more than just his looks. He has a great energy and calming energy about him.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of, they probably talked for longer and we just didn't hear. So
I
maybe
think that was a long convo.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't as random. But also I wanted to mention, every time they shot to his teeth, they were iridescently blue.
It's like I was thinking Ross.
Yes! Ross on Friends status. I literally wrote, "Dale's teeth are Ross on Friends."
I mean, it's still gorgeous.
No, he still looks awesome. I wish my teeth would
but
look
Ross
like that.
on Friends vibes. If you
Completely.
don't know what we're talking about, Google Ross Friends glowing teeth.
Or just take the time to watch all of Friends.
Watch Friends. It's a piece of American history.
Yeah, go ahead. Just watch it. You know you want to.
And then also they connect on being, I can't stand this.
Oh.
When people self-proclaim that they're empaths.
First of all, what does that really mean?
I mean, I think I can relate as someone who has a lot of emotions. I think people who think that they're empaths can probably just be people who have a lot of emotions and are very expressive.
Yeah, but an empath implies that you really understand other people's emotions, right?
And I think self-proclaiming that is really short-sighted.
Yeah.
It's like saying, "I'm so humble."
I totally agree with you, Kara. And I also thought of...
I cringed.
Well, I've also just been reading this book recently, and it's like this fantasy book.
Oh, yes.
And there's someone in the world that has the powers, and they call it being an empath. And so that's what I immediately thought of. And it just made it more cringy.
Yeah. I also think about the kid from Captain Planet who has the power of heart.
Oh no, I'm sorry that I
don't know his name. I'm pretty sure the power of heart means he can talk to animals.
What if Claire was like, "Yeah, I can talk to animals," and he was like, "Oh, me too."
She did talk
yes."
to a raccoon on Paradise.
And she loves her dogs, but who can blame her?
But yeah, I'm not about the self-proclaiming empath.
No, I don't like that. And honestly, like, it's annoying enough that one of them said it, but then the fact that the other one of them said, "Oh my gosh, me too." The fact that they connected on it was somehow more annoying.
I mean, I think it'd be more appropriate to say, like, people tell me that I am an empath.
Yeah, or even just say, "I'm very sensitive to emotion, both in myself and in others, and I take on those emotions.
I'm sensitive to energy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah. I just think it's... Ugh.
It's big cringe.
Yes.
I know I've said that word a lot. I don't know what else. I don't know what other word to use.
It's a good first night word.
I'm sorry. I just...
So then so they have their convo, and there's obviously a connection there. We see Claire's beautiful dog.
I think its name is Honey.
She has 2 dogs. One, I think, is Honey. I don't remember the other one's name.
But Honey was precious.
Oh, gorgeous.
Where was the other one? I felt sorry for it.
I don't know. She said, well, whenever she saw the dog, she said, "Did she get out?"
Yeah.
So maybe she...
The producers went to her room and let that dog out and baited it with treats until
she loves a good belly rub.
It was so cute.
I love it.
That would make me feel so comforted if I was one of the contestants. It's like an emotional support animal.
I feel like all animals in a way. I mean, I know there's some that go through lots of training and really are, but I literally want a dog because I feel like I would be happier.
You would.
I know.
We all would.
One day.
I loved that. That was a really good part of the episode.
Let's jump to the Yosef tea.
Oh.
So I literally wrote down, like, just the back and forth of ping-ponging of people that happens when these kinds of events occur.
Well, I just want to say, before we talk about the
Yeah.
deets of the drama, I must have bad judgment, because when he was having that conversation with Claire, talking about his daughter, and just, you know, the lighting and everything, I was like, that guy's attractive.
No.
I love that he has a daughter. And then when I realized all this drama was going to be about him, I said, wow, good thing I was not Claire. Maybe I would have gotten sucked in.
You know why I probably think you thought he was attractive? Because I got vampire vibes.
Yes.
And that's
That is
probably why you thought he was attractive.
I don't know. This isn't rude to say that even the name is kind of like vampire-y. Right?
We're going to get in trouble for that.
I
I don't care. Keep it in.
I don't mean that in any bad way. I'm obsessed with Twilight.
I love it. Yeah.
So
I think it's a vampire vibe.
I mean it as the highest compliment.
Yes.
But that is a really good point. That's totally why.
But
also,
I definitely thought he was creepy.
dang. I think
just because you have a daughter doesn't mean you're a good person.
Yeah. That's so true. I totally agree.
I know I've fallen victim to, they have a kid, they must have a good heart.
Yeah. Well, I totally thought that normally I'm not into that when people are like, oh yeah, I have a kid, blah, blah, blah. But for some reason it was seeming kind of like it was going in a good direction with him. Yeah. But it very quickly took a turn for the worse.
There's two sides to that argument. There's you're still an individual even though you have a kid, but then your kid is your life at the same time.
Yeah.
They're your spawn.
Your spawn. Yeah. And also I didn't like his tie. So.
His whole outfit was wrong.
I'm the gray.
I am the fashion police.
Light gray suit, light blue tie.
What? X.
Question mark? Exclamation point.
So we have the tea on Yosef.
Brought to us steaming hot from Tyler C. of West Virginia, whose entrance we did not discuss.
He's been doomed to failure because he shares Tyler C with Tyler Cameron.
There's no other Tyler C.
Just not fair.
Yeah. He was good looking. But
good looking guy.
He seems short.
Doomed from the beginning. He did seem short.
And I did not like.
It's known though on Bachelor and Bachelorette that the men that they get are way taller than the average like American man.
Really?
Like Nick Viall looks normal height, but he's like 6'1".
That's like that's the minimum height that I could require.
Yes.
So I guess I have different standards.
Yeah. I feel like if you're 5'10" or 5'9" on here, you look 5'6".
Yeah, that's like that guy on JoJo's season. I think his name was Alex.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Short.
Yeah. But he was probably like 6 feet.
He probably was like 5'10", 5'11".
Okay.
Yeah, crazy. Anyways, so Tyler C, bless him.
No, not bless him. I have takes.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you the takes?
Yes.
Okay, so when he starts to bring up this whole drama with Yosef, whose name I'm still not sure if I'm saying right.
You're saying it correctly.
Okay. He says that he has some information and he has a card to play if he needs to.
Didn't like that.
Nope. Not right now, buddy.
We don't play.
No. If you have info that Claire needs to know, it's not a card to play. It's something that you immediately bring to her attention because you care about her.
But he told the other guys.
Yes.
First. Then he went to Yosef.
Yeah.
And then Yosef went to Claire.
And then when Yosef went to Claire, he said, uh-oh.
He got bug-eyed.
Well, I don't even know who I believe, which we can speculate more about that.
I know.
But he also said, I don't know if we should say what the drama was because we're talking about it, but.
I mean, I don't even think I quite grasped it.
Drama, it was just, he heard from a mutual friend. Like, he was connected to some girl through a mutual friend in Morgantown, West Virginia.
Yes.
And that girl told him that Yosef was like messaging girls, or said that Yosef, and he also said like guys from The Bachelor were messaging her. He said
Okay.
guys from The Bachelor.
I just feel like I know the world is small. I know I have so many stories of how the world is so small. But it just seems like he could have just pulled that story out of thin air.
Well, and he also said something weird. He said this girl in school or something like that.
Like a mutual friend through school.
And
she goes to
like
a school
she was
in the town that I work in. That's what he said.
Yeah, it seemed like she goes to West Virginia University, which is in Morgantown.
Okay. You know this.
But back, good old Virginia, baby. But he works in that town where she's a college student and he's 28 or 9.
More on that.
That was weird.
I mean, she could be a grad student.
I don't know, but when he said that stuff and combined with saying like, "Oh, I have this card that I can play if I need to," I wrote, "Tyler C is sus." He's just
good word.
I mean, as much as Yosef might seem shady,
yes, I have something to say about that.
Okay, those are my thoughts.
I agree. I think both sides are shady. I think both sides. I was over this conversation, but I'll add to it. So when Claire says to Yosef, like after the cards are on the table, she looks at Yosef and says, "Did you do that?"
He doesn't say anything,
and he says, "This makes my blood boil." He says, "First of all," and he has a monologue. Where at no point he says yes or no to the question.
It's big presidential debate energy.
Yes. He was like, first of all, I respect myself more, like too much to do something.
Which, by the way, what does that mean?
Yeah. Love finds its way in all forms now.
Yeah.
We have digital love now.
Yeah. Don't hate on digital love, Yosef.
Amidst all of this, we see Jay is still wearing the straight jacket.
He's standing there watching just
a brief moment of comedy, a comedic break, a breath of fresh air, even though I still think it was in poor taste.
Yes.
It was needed. This whole situation, there's no solution here to me. It was a mess.
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean, I know we've spent time talking about it, but it's also just not even worth it. It's just, who cares?
Yeah. Exactly. I don't. Not anymore.
Yeah. We've talked about it. We're moving on.
Once he said, first of all, I was like, I'm done.
How did you feel about Claire handling it by just bringing them right together?
I liked it.
I feel like it was a power move.
Yeah. She's in control.
If you're going to talk about someone, you should be ready to say it to their face and to my face.
She's about that.
So I feel like that was good, but I also liked how she said, okay, I get that you guys might have more to work out, but I'm going because I have other people to talk to.
Yes.
And I respected her for that.
Her time is valuable. So then we have the first impression rose.
Oh, yeah.
Claire pulls Blake.
Okay. Yeah.
Which we talked about earlier, that he broke the rule to talk to her, took a risk.
And they kissed.
First kiss of the season. Part of me makes me wonder, did she just want to kiss someone else before she kissed Dale?
Why do you think she would?
So maybe it wasn't as clear that she had a clear front runner. Like, for example, I've heard stories of leads giving the first impression rose to someone who isn't their true front runner because they want to. People who get the first impression rose typically don't get a one-on-one date the first week or two. So
you're trying to do the strategy.
Yeah.
So you can get time with them.
Now, I'm not saying that's true, because that's typically true with Bachelor seasons. It's not really Bachelorette seasons, because you can see that on Bachelorette seasons, there's a clear correlation between first impression rose and the person they end up with.
Yes, very.
But not with Bachelor. On Bachelor, the first impression rose is the kiss of death, usually.
Who got the first impression rose on Peter's season?
Wow, I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm going to look it up. Do you think if I Google it, I'll find an answer quickly?
Yes. So while you're talking about that, they have the first kiss, Claire and Blake.
That was uncomfy for me. Oh, also it was Hannah Ann. Rip.
Which we thought wasn't the kiss of death, but then it was.
It always is.
Wow.
Okay, anyway.
Good. Thanks for looking that up. But yeah, she really had him on the ropes there. She was like making him feel like that she didn't like what he did by messaging her.
That was weird.
And then she like built up the tension, and then she was like, I loved it.
Yes. I honestly, that felt really fake to me.
Roller coaster.
It felt very producer influenced.
I think she really just, I mean, I'm not saying Claire is about, staging things, but maybe she just was like, I need to kiss someone else before I kiss Dale.
Yeah. And maybe she just likes the flair for the dramatic of saying,
She
hey.
does. There's no hate for that.
No.
This is the show for it.
I just thought that whole thing was kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me. I mean, this whole show, I feel like we haven't watched it in so long. I forgot how...
I feel rusty.
How awkward it can be.
I know.
Too.
So many emotions you feel on their
way.
behalf.
Yeah.
So as soon after this happens, immediately after this happens, she picks Dale to get, she gets the first impression rose.
Yeah.
You're thinking, oh, it's probably going to go to Blake because they just had this really great combo. No. She rolls up to Dale's group, which Blake is in.
That was very sucky for Blake.
Yeah, that probably was a punch to the gut.
I wonder if that was also on purpose.
Oh, totally.
To get them to sit together. And
I'm convinced that all of it's purposeful.
Yeah.
There are no accidents.
You're right. The producers control everything. What am I talking about?
And I will say, points to Dale. As soon as Claire walks up, he's like, how are you? How are you doing?
But that was also funny to me because you just talked to her.
I know, but like he was acting like it was just them two.
Yeah.
And I liked that.
Yeah, that's true.
Dale gets the first impression rose. We're not surprised.
And they make out.
This is the first makeout. Blake got the first kiss, but Dale got the first makeout.
It seemed like they were under a fully lit tree that was extremely visible to everyone else.
Well, they talked in that same place, I think, both times.
Yeah, which that's another thing I was wondering, how much of this, like, could they have cut those conversations together or what?
That's a good question.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, but that's a good question. To me, I thought that spot was more secluded.
For some reason, it just looked fully lit when they zoomed out.
Yeah.
So even if it was far away.
Gotta make sure you see every moment.
Yeah.
I hope the guys couldn't see that.
That was the same thing with when Tyler C tried to talk to Yosef discreetly about the drama. He pulled him into the middle of a field.
Yeah.
It was like in the middle of
I feel bad for Tyler C because every time you say it, I just think Tyler Cameron.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, when did he pop up? And now Tyler C from this season is gone.
Yeah, he's literally old news.
So I do also want to, before we get to the rose ceremony, Tyler C's buggy eyes.
Yes. Yes. That was so funny.
I was like, what animal does this remind me of? And I couldn't think of it. But just like his eyes looked like they were going to pop out of his head.
Do you know what what animal it reminds me of?
Yeah, please tell me. I need to know.
Sid the Sloth from Ice Age.
Oh. Hey, don't give Sid the Sloth shade like that.
I love
if
him. Anything, it's a compliment to Tyler C.
Tyler C, yeah. I'm kind of embarrassed to associate the two of you together. But Sid the Sloth will let you have him.
Yeah.
I love Sid the Sloth. So I guess we're at the rose ceremony now. We made it.
I feel like it wasn't even that eventful, but there still was a lot to talk about.
One thing I want to say is that when she called up Chasen, he didn't even let her freaking finish saying, will you accept this?
She's like,
I mean, I think he was trying to be cute and being like, I can't even wait for you to finish. But I literally thought of Kamala Harris to her saying, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I wish she
What
could have
if
been
she
like.
did? Was he the first one?
No, I just
Oh.
know that when I saw that, that was what came to mind. I'm speaking.
Yeah, Jason. Oh man, he's something else. I can't wait to watch him more.
I also want to note that Robbie, who we only saw his entrance. We didn't see anything else. He left this night. He is a friend of Nick Viall.
Oh, and he didn't even make
That
it?
was why I gasped earlier, because I was like, a friend of
Oh.
not even a previous contestant. A
Bachelor
previous
royalty.
Bachelor royalty didn't make it past night 1.
That's sad for him. He probably thought he was a shoo-in for like Final Four.
He's doing fine.
Let me see what he
I'm
looks
pretty
like.
sure he's a model. Like it says insurance broker, but from what I saw from his Instagram when they were still public, he does some modeling. If I'm correct.
How old is he?
He is 31.
Okay.
So yeah, I thought that was astonishing. I guess other people to note that we lost Paige, the chef, that was also a dad.
That's fine. Good riddance.
I think that
He was bothering me.
I mean, I don't have the best voice in the world. He had a strange voice.
He had the vibes of Cam from
Slightly
Hannah
cooler
season.
though. I think slightly cooler than ABC Cam.
ABC Cam.
Always be Cam.
It's funny because ABC Cam, like
It's yeah.
it would be
AB Cam.
Yeah, that's the same sort of energy, or like Evan Bass from.
He literally is the child of ABC Cam and Evan Bass.
Yes, that's why I just said that's fine.
Wow,
You can leave.
so insightful. Wow, I'm so glad you're here.
Just think about that for a minute, everyone.
So we lost Paige. We lost Mike, the flip-flop guy. I liked him.
Those flip flops looked really nice.
That was so considerate.
Yeah.
In one of his photos I saw in the past, he was wearing nice flannel in the woods, and I thought, that's my vibe.
Well,
He's like Jason. He wants to live outside.
just don't even put me inside.
We lost Jordan, the tallest man on earth.
That was sad too.
I liked him.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but
We lost Jeremy. I remember what he looked like, but there's nothing to say about him. Sorry, Jeremy. You're going to be fine. We lost Chris, the one with the fakest deep breath ever and zero chemistry.
Bad hug chemistry.
Bad hug chemistry.
He needed to go.
We lost AJ, Mr. Squeeze Hands.
Software salesman, I think.
Yes.
Mr.
Bless
Squeeze Hands. I will say, so the people that we lost are actually the people that really should have gone.
I know, but I'm going to pour one out for Mike.
Yeah, pour one out for Mike and his flip-flops. I hope he got them back at the very least.
I want to say about AJ too, never start a conversation with, all of my friends say I make terrible first impressions. AJ, if you're listening, I'm not a dating coach. I have a terrible dating history. But from my experience, just don't start a conversation like that.
If anything, just say, like, oh, I'm so bad at first impressions.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
I'm
at a loss for words.
It's like the same thing as saying, all my friends say that I'm really good at.
Yeah,
whatever.
don't do that either.
You know, it's
find a middle spot, AJ.
Yeah, it's almost on the same level as that.
Going down the list, we lost Robbie, Nick V's friend. We lost Tyler C, the T. Tyler C with the T.
That's the big news of the night.
Well, she's showing that the people who are the gossipers are not gonna hang around.
So she obviously didn't believe the gossip. I wonder if there was more stuff that
she also probably just didn't like him.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think they had a connection coming out of the limo, and it seemed like with Yosef, they kind of vibed.
Yeah, I mean he's a vampire.
Vampire Yosef.
Also,
I like him. Team Yosef.
I'm not on that team just yet.
There's Team Edward, Team Jacob, and Team Yosef.
I also Tyler C at the beginning, I missed this, but he pulled a Maddie Pruitt and said that he was genuine and real.
Oh, how do we not mention that? That was...
But
how did he even say, like, he needs to know the history.
Yeah. He needs to do his research.
Yeah.
Genuine and real.
That's not going to be
Typically
a no-go.
means you're not.
Yeah.
I think that was the last one on my list that we lost tonight.
How many people are left?
See, I'm not sure. We lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 18. No, wait. We have 25 men left. No, we have 24 men left.
Okay.
If my math is correct. So, which is pretty typical. That makes sense. 24, 25 men left. We didn't get a whole lot of new stuff in the last promo. There was a lot of recycled stuff from the most recent promo that came out yesterday.
Which was, I mean, that was a
Shaking,
bomb dropping.
Shook.
Yeah.
And still no sign of Tayshia.
What? Okay. First of all, we did see something. Maybe this wasn't the promo from yesterday, but I just noticed it of like someone looking like they were in a wedding dress who I assumed to be Claire.
Yes.
And then someone in a princely looking outfit.
Yeah. So that could be a few things.
It could be a date, right?
Well, it could be a date. There are rumors that like Claire had a wedding in quarantine. I find that very hard to believe, but watch me eat my words later. She would make a decision like that to just
she would.
Wait. But Nick Viall had a date on his season where all the women wore wedding dresses.
Yeah, that was a date that should go down in Bachelor infamy.
Love it.
But that was I hadn't noticed that before, and that intrigued me. And then obviously we saw the part about someone telling her that they expected more from the oldest Bachelorette.
Yeah, biggest eye roll.
Who do you think that was? And do you
they
think
had a southern accent, so I'm wondering if it was Yosef.
Does Yosef have a southern accent?
He's from Alabama.
Right. The Moon Pies.
So, I mean, there's other southerners, but that was the one I thought of first.
Do you think that it's going to be as dramatic as they play it out to be?
Yes, because I think Claire...
She's going to freak out.
Yeah.
As she should.
Yeah, I think it's going to be dramatic. I mean, they always play it up a little bit more than it's probably going to be, but I think it is going to be dramatic.
I just feel scarred from Barbgate because...
And the Colton jump.
Yeah, and the fence jump.
That was the most played out long... And Barbgate, too.
Yeah.
They just dragged that out.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I don't want to get my hopes up for it being super dramatic because I feel like those other ones let me down in a way.
Yeah, I agree. We're telling you now, ABC, don't let us down.
Don't let us down.
We've waited long enough.
Okay, so based on that, and the fact that tonight was basically a normal episode.
Yeah.
What is going to happen?
Okay, I still believe in the theory that Claire and Dale are going to end it shortly. I think we're going to get 2 more episodes.
Okay.
Max 3 more with Claire.
But it looked like they had a lot of footage from dates. Although I guess...
I mean, we saw at least footage from one group date. We saw footage from, I think, 2 or 3 one-on-ones. Yeah. So I'm thinking we're getting at least 2 more weeks.
Also, the group date where they all get naked in front of her.
Okay, so 2 group dates. So maybe we get 2 more full weeks, or if we get 2 long episodes, like if we do another 2-hour week.
Have they released any more about the schedule of the airing?
I'm assuming it's gonna keep holding its course.
Because I'm wondering, like, are they gonna do a Tuesday, Wednesday situation?
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes they just throw that out at you, and you just don't even realize that.
I think they based it probably on like audience response.
Yeah.
But I still am a believer that Claire and Dale end it short, or Claire ends it short. And I think that Tayshia's coming in. I'm still holding on to that.
Do you think that... So people were saying Dale is not a good guy, blah, blah, blah. What do you think about that?
I think that's a Frankenbite.
Really?
I mean, also, if you're one of the other guys, you're probably just grasping for straws, trying to find something wrong with the person that's the front runner.
Yeah, and I mean, I even think back to JoJo's season. None of them liked Jordan, and they're still together, and they're a great couple.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Also, like, the people that are in the house, that doesn't necessarily mean that, first of all, they're not even in a house. They have their own rooms.
Very true.
But, like, who is the best judge of character here?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know who that is, but I'm not going to say that it's just another guy in the house.
Yeah. I mean, I think also just some people come off a certain way that's not accurate.
This is what I'll say. Good point. Because this is literally, you've enlightened me here. When you're quiet, which I think Dale is a quieter man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you come off as being like conniving or sneaky or
when he
calculating.
If he sees Claire and he's super excited, or he's, you know, like the cameras are around and he's trying to be more animated. That doesn't mean he's being fake.
Maybe he's reserving his energy.
Yeah, he's like trying to make an effort or something.
Yeah. So shout out to all the quiet people out there.
Yeah, for real.
Just because you're quiet doesn't mean that you're sneaky or evil.
True.
So
you could be both.
Watch me eat my words later, but
I'm
Team Dale right now. I like him.
I get a good vibe from him, and I really also just hope that it turns out well for Claire.
That's probably why I like him so much.
Yeah.
I just want her to be happy.
Yeah.
She's been through so much.
And if they're a good match, that's what I want.
I want it. Yes, if they're a good match, if they're good together, I want it to happen.
Plus, we've been just played the past 2 seasons.
Yeah. Ugh.
So
that's an understatement. Yeah.
I can't even think about that right now.
I mean, we'll address the concerns of Tayshia potentially getting the short end of the stick later. I don't really want to talk about that tonight because we just don't know.
Yeah. We don't know how many episodes this is going to be, I am curious. They were talking about, they have that soundbite of the guys saying, all 15 of us just leave right now.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of Frankenbites in this promo. I mean, who knows? Maybe they will leave.
Because if there's 15, that's 9 more people to eliminate before.
I think that's 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I think that's 2 weeks. I give Claire 2 more weeks, 2 more episodes.
Well, I don't necessarily want her to be cut short, but I don't want Tayshia to have less time, and I want to know what happens. Yeah. So, in my eyes, the quicker the better, because I just really want to know.
I know. I kind of wish we'd both said we wished it had happened all tonight.
Oh, that would have been, even if it was like a 3-hour thing, I would have been
in.
Down for it.
Yeah. But we'll just have to wait and see. I literally have a hard time sleeping after these episodes because I'm too excited.
Yeah. I'm glad we got to talk it out because now all my thoughts are out on the table.
Yes, it's all out there.
I'm not going to have to mull over it in my brain, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll still be thinking about it,
I'm sure. I'm also sure that there will be more stuff coming out.
Once we listen to the other podcasts that come out, we'll have more thoughts.
I feel like we're going to listen to other podcasts and then think, wait, we were wrong about everything.
I know. Everyone's going to be like, Dale stinks.
Yeah.
You have bad taste if you like Dale.
It's Kenny, you guys. Kenny all the way.
Oh my gosh.
Kenny and Bennett.
Yikes.
What's wrong with me?
Well, before we end this, nothing's wrong with you, Beth.
Okay, thank you.
You have good arguments and I love it.
Thanks.
Okay, before we end this, we're going to have a recommendation. It's a segment we like to call, Will You Accept This Recommendation?
Yay.
Just something to, get you through to the next episode.
And
it's 2020. Enough said.
Yeah, just get you through the day, really.
Through the day, the moment. Beth, do you have a recommendation for this week?
Well, let me think about that, Kara. I thought it was going to be more specific.
I can give a recommendation.
Okay, why don't you?
So I guess I'll explain. A recommendation could be, a good song, a good recipe, an activity, a show, a store. Piece of clothing. It could be really specific or really broad.
Sure, something that's bringing you joy.
It could be as specific as fuzzy toe socks or as broad as go shopping.
Also,
I don't know.
Also a great recommendation.
My recommendation is this week I went to my local library. I recently moved. I went to my local library and I got a library card.
Yay!
And I checked out a couple new books. And the librarians are very friendly. So my recommendation for this week is get a library card, and if you think you have one and haven't used it in a while, just check on it.
That's a great recommendation.
The library has a lot of things to offer.
It's more than just books, people.
More than just books. What about you?
Well, honestly, that's a great recommendation. I've been reading a lot. I was telling you.
You read way more than I do, Beth.
I have a big problem. And
I celebrate it.
It's called, when I start a book, I have to finish it. I'm a very fast reader. I can read a book in one sitting. And I have a Kindle, so I can download books immediately. And also, it'll tell me how many hours I have till I finish the book.
I like that.
Which is nice, but it's also dangerous because if I'm up...
You're like challenged.
I'm
accepted.
up at 12 a.m. Yeah, it'll like, if you download a book, it'll say estimated average reading time for whoever reads it, 12 hours. I'm like, I can do it in 9.
I can do it in 8, yeah.
But all that to say, my recommendation would also, I guess, to kind of piggyback off you, what's great about having a library card is if you have a Kindle or some sort of e-reader, you can get ebooks through the Libby app, or I'm sure there's other apps. And
yeah,
so
there's RB Digital. But yeah, if you have a library card, chances are you can get digital books. And
that has just been so great for me because I don't have to go back and forth from the library all the time, and I can just get stuff right on my Kindle. So
it's the introvert stream.
Yeah, so I would say my recommendation is Kindle plus library card plus Libby app.
Yeah. And if you're not an e-reader, there's e-audio. There's digital audio.
And my other, I know I'm only supposed to say one, but my other thing to go along with that is blue light glasses because
No, they go together.
Yeah, I just got some last week and I have really noticed working all day on the computer, I'm not as tired and I don't get as many headaches. And then I can also use it. My Kindle doesn't have as much blue light, but I use it if I'm reading my Kindle before bed. And I feel like it makes, or even just looking at your phone. And
I just feel like that's a very adult thing to do.
Thank you.
Protect your eyes.
I'm trying to be more of an adult because there's also a non-adult part of me that keeps staying up till 2 a.m. reading young adult fantasy novels.
I love it.
So I guess that's just the way.
I don't like encouraging bad habits, but I fully support you in this habit.
Thank you.
I'm not going to stand in between you and your bliss.
Oh, thank you.
It's not hurting anyone else.
Yeah, it's just hurting me.
You might be losing some sleep.
Yeah, I need to not read.
There are worse things you could be doing, staying up.
Yeah.
Till 2 a.m. doing.
Agreed. Just watching TV.
If you're going to stay up late, you might as well be reading.
Yeah.
Or having a good convo, like tonight.
Yes, that's a...
Wow, look at me wrapping it up.
That's a great reason. Oh, yeah, it is pretty dang late.
That was a good note to wrap it up on. So thank you so much, Beth, for coming. I don't want to assume you're going to be here next week.
I don't want to assume that I'm not going to be here next week.
But, hopefully we'll see you next week. And thank you guys so much for listening if you've made it this far. And I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yes, have a good week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.